everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, hi, my name is Effy, or Effythenewone a nickname, and one is my real Hungarian name. You can use either of them. If you can hear something in the background, although I will have some music under this video, it's my diffuser going on over here. We have some lavender going on and we have my candles, and welcome to this corner of my apartment that I've never filmed before, but I just felt like I just wanted to be cozy. So in today's video we are going to talk about the problem with social media and how you can use it more mindfully. I think that this is a really important topic, and I don't know if I ever touched on this on my channel. I feel like I haven't. Maybe I have on my Instagram, but I feel like this is something that we should talk about. So that is what we're gonna talk about today. If you're interested, then welcome to the video, and I welcome you to watch the whole video with me. If you have any thoughts, anything you want to leave in the comment section down below, then please do so. Also, if you're new here and if you're not following me yet on Instagram, I welcome you to do so, because if you enjoy my content right here and you're interested in more, I am always uploading something on Instagram. We have a weekly thing that we have going on my Instagram, which is called a mental health this or that. It's basically kind of like a game that we do on my stories. I post stickers and it's your basic this or that when you can choose from things, but it's really centered around psychology and mental health, and you guys are always giving me such nice feedback, so I just welcome you to join my Instagram if you guys want to. So I think at this point everyone who uses social media and their phones and their internet knows that using your phone and using your social media can have negative effects on your overall well-being, on not just on your mental health, but could be on your physical health, because if you're just sitting there scrolling through, you're not really moving your body. So I went ahead and wanted to look up some actual researches online, what kind of data and what kind of facts they have for us. So if you think about it, how much time do you usually spend on your phone or on social media? I have an iPhone which I'm filming on right now, and probably if you have an Android you can look it up to how much time you actually spend on each application you're using. Well, according to one research, the average person spends around 4 hours on social media a day, which is a lot of time, a lot of time. And although social media can be used in a positive way, it does create a hyperconnectivity between people. So on one hand, it can be a great thing because you can be connected to your friend, for example, who lives in the other side of the world. But on the other hand, this kind of creates a hyperconnectivity, as they say it in some researches. This kind of means that you are glued to your phone, and consuming a lot of social media can have various effects on your mental health. According to some researches, if you're spending a lot of time on your phone using social media, it can create a potential dysfunctional behavior, which can range from mental distraction to more severe mental health problems. In this particular research that I have found, it stated that it won't necessarily, but it can lead to OCD, which is obsessive compulsive disorder. It can lead to feeling lonely. It can also lead to anxiety and also depression. It can also create kind of an addiction. So social media addiction is a thing. I don't know when they started using it first, but it is a thing right now. You can be absolutely addicted to using social media, as much as someone can be addicted to drugs, certain substances, or gaming. And with any other kind of addiction, social media addiction can lead to having less or engaging in less social activities, not going out as much, not spending as much time with our friends, and not having just healthy relationships with friends and family, because we are so focused on what's going on the internet, what's going on on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and so and so. And last but not least, I'm just telling you guys all this why we're talking about how to use social media more mindfully, because it's really important because of these things that social media usage can lead to. In the last research that I've found, it can also lead to loneliness, as I have stated before, anxiety for sure, but also envy. Just think about it, how many people are on their phones looking at, for example, Instagram, all these crazy edited, perfectly looking models on their phones. So it can definitely lead to envy as well. With all this in mind, I try to do a little list about what can we do to use social media a little bit more mindfully. I know that you guys watching may be thinking that, oh, I'm not using social media that much, or I am totally aware how much time I'm on there, or I don't know, something like that. There are these moments when you can really fall into the trap, especially with some of the applications, for example, TikTok, that is the worst in this aspect, I feel like. So I just wanted to take all the information, think about how I am trying to use social media a little bit more mindfully, also adding in my knowledge in psychology, and just talk about it. So the first thing that you can do, and I do this every now and then, like in every month or so, is that I just simply unfollow accounts and unfollow people who I don't feel like they are benefiting my well-being. Around a year ago, or maybe half a year ago, I had so many accounts followed that were just these perfectly looking models and all these famous people who had all these things and they were traveling everywhere, and I just felt like nothing, like I wasn't doing enough, like how I look is just not beautiful enough, that I didn't hit that standard, like my life is not that perfect as it should be. And it's just such a bad thought and such a bad train of thought, because everyone is different and everyone is unique in their own ways and everyone is freaking beautiful. You can tell me whatever you want to, but I'm all about body positivity, and you just don't need these thoughts in your life. So first thing that you can do is just unfollow people and unfollow accounts who make you think about yourself in a bad way and who make you think that you're not good enough, because it's not true. If nobody told you today, I'm gonna tell you right now, you are good enough, you are beautiful enough, and your life is freaking amazing. It only depends on how you guys look at it. So have that positive mindset. Another trick, which is amazing, I feel like, is setting a time limit on your applications. So I do have a time limit on my TikTok. I think I have the limit for an hour. Maybe I should have it on only for 30 minutes, because with TikTok the problem is that you're just scrolling and it's just so addictive, so addictive. There is a lot of information coming through. It makes you want to sit there because all the different people, it keeps you entertained, of course, with all the music, all the dancing around, and basically all the different information. It just wants you to sit in front of it and not stand up, and that is so addictive. I'm not saying that TikTok is bad, don't get me wrong, but from this aspect, it is. I enjoy looking at TikTok sometimes, but I really try to be aware how much time I am spending on TikTok, and setting this time limit has really helped me doing that. Another thing that you can do is set up the notifications that you have. So what happens is that evolutionarily, I hope that I said that right, evolutionarily, you are going to look at your phone. Your phone is the biggest distraction of all times. It blinks, it lights up when you have a notification, it has all these different sounds that just make you want to look at it. So evolutionarily, people, this is a tongue twister, evolutionarily, people are built to shift their focus to really harsh lights, high-pitched noises, especially women, because of their babies, when they're crying, when they are really small little babies, you want to be able to hear your baby crying, so you can go and take them up and help them out in whatever they need. Maybe you have to feed them or whatever. So evolutionarily, you are going to look at your phone when it lights up, when you get a notification, and if your sound is on, then you're also gonna hear the sound. So this is the biggest distraction, and I feel like if you do something about your notifications, you don't have to turn them off, but if you do something with your notifications, it can really help you use your phone and your social media applications a little bit more mindfully. So I realized that it really bothered me when all the messenger notifications just kept popping up on my phone. So for example, in my case, I don't have notifications if someone messages me on Messenger. Sometimes it can be bad because sometimes my friends are like, hey, I texted you like an hour ago and you haven't replied, but it just really bothers me. You don't have to be connected all the time, and if you're really close with someone, most probably they will have your phone number, so they can text you or iMessage you, or they can just call you up in a good old-fashioned way. Also, if you guys are doing something really important, just put your phone away. And this is my next step or next thing that I wanted to say, is kind of try to set boundaries where you're using your phone and where you're not using your phone. This can be a place, or this can be a part of the day. For example, I'm trying to get into the routine of not looking at my phone first thing in the morning. That is just so not mindful and so not peaceful and just not really helping me. It's a lot of information coming in first thing in the morning, and you do not need that in the morning for yourself. I feel like in the morning, what you need to focus on is yourself, your thoughts, your intentions for the day, how you want to go into the day, nurture yourself, eat your breakfast, get yourself a coffee or a tea or whatever, and when you're ready to go to work, to school, then you look at your phone and try to catch up with the whole world, because imagine that information. That is just a lot. If you're expecting a message, that is a different thing, and of course you do you. I'm just trying to tell you guys what I am trying to do, and maybe that can help you guys out. So if we're talking about a certain situation where I don't use my phone, is definitely when we are eating with friends and family. Right now I do live alone, so when I eat I usually have something on Netflix, but whenever I'm eating out with friends or I am with family, if I am not expecting a call or anything work related or something really important, I just don't have my phone on the table. This may sound harsh, but for me that is just so disrespectful. Okay guys, hear me out. Because if you have your phone on the table facing like up like that, you can see the screen. As I said earlier, if you have a notification or if something happens, it will light up, it will have a sound. And imagine you're sitting across the table from someone, your friend, your partner, or you're with your family, and it lights up and you guys are talking, and immediately your attention is going to shift to your phone. If you want to have a lunch with someone or want to eat with someone and spend time with them, I think that the least you can do is just not have your phone right there. On the contrary, if you are expecting a call, or if you know like you're in a situation where you know that someone will call you or something important is about to happen, then of course you can have your phone out there. But usually what I do when that happens is I will just tell my friend like, hey, I'm sorry I have my phone out, but I am expecting a call or something is going to happen, so that's why I have it there. But even then I have it like face down, so I am not bothered by the notifications. That is just me, but having these little boundaries can just help you have such a better relationship with your phone, and also you are giving attention to the person who is sitting right in front of you, and that is just really nice. Because if you're not doing that, then why are you out on a lunch? You know what I mean? And because of these notifications popping up all the time, it can be from anything from your phone. It just really shifts your focus, as I said, and your concentration. With all these applications, especially where you have to scroll through, this happens with Facebook as well and Instagram as well, but the worst in this aspect is TikTok again. It's just gonna shorten your concentration span. Like, our concentration span is getting shorter from time to time. First, Facebook came out, then there was Instagram, Twitter as well, and now with TikTok is the shortest. I had this conversation with multiple friends. If you think about it, back in the day, for example, in my grandma's day, all they did was listening to the radio. And then came the TV, and it was a really long time span. Then came, with the internet, you could see videos, and there was YouTube, and the videos on YouTube were like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 minutes, or could be around that. And now the time span of our concentration is just shortened that the amount of content that we're consuming. I really hope that I am explaining this right. So now the videos on YouTube, if you look at the bigger creators, normally their videos are around 15 and 10 minutes. And it wasn't like that before. And now with TikTok, all the videos that you can upload, I believe it's 30 seconds, a minute, and now it has 3 minutes. So as you can see, the time is just getting shorter and shorter. And what you do is you quickly consume that content of like a 1-minute video on TikTok, then you scroll through again, and then there's another different kind of information shoved down your throat, and then you're just going scrolling and scrolling and scrolling again. So your concentration is just getting shortened and shortened. And I was talking about this with my friends, like how short is gonna be like with the next application, because it's already a lot of information in such a short amount of time. And for me, it's no wonder that kids nowadays, they cannot sit through a 45-minute class in school, because there isn't as much happening in the classroom with one teacher speaking in front as if they were looking at a video, for example. There is just not much lights, not much music. So I don't know. I hope you guys are getting me, but it's just another problem. So these were kind of the tips that you can do if you feel like it's harder for you to be aware and be more conscious about what you're doing. But if you feel like you are already mindful enough with what you're consuming and how you're consuming that content, one thing that you can do is just try to let go of the negativity. It can be so easy to engage in these fights on the internet. There are all these trolls who are just happy sitting behind a computer and just type whatever the hell they want. But just think about how easy it is for someone to not have a face, to not have a voice, and just type whatever they want to, and it can get to you really easily. What I want you guys to know and remind you is that negativity is never the way to go. What we want to do in this world is just spread love and spread happiness and spread positivity. So just try to not engage in negativity. If you see a bad comment or someone is messaging you something bad, just don't even give it the power, don't even give it the energy. You don't need that energy. Just delete that message and just move forward and just try to stay positive. And last but not least, how to be more mindful is just really try to be aware when you are using social media. By this, I mean that when you're sitting in front of Instagram, for example, if you're scrolling through and you look at a picture and you feel like, oh, that person really has something that I want, or is at a place where I really want to be, or has that banging body that I don't have right now, just try to stop there and try to realize that you are having these thoughts. Try to be like, oh, I'm thinking so negatively. I'm thinking that I don't have that. Let's just stop that train of thoughts right there. And from that, try to go to a place where you're aware of how that makes you feel. that makes me feel bad about myself. But why does that make me feel bad? I have done nothing wrong. That is a totally different person. They must have their own problems. They have their own lives. They're just not posting that on social media. So just try to go through these thoughts and these emotions and try to be aware. You have to be really conscious in this situation, and it's not always easy because it's just so easy to give into these thoughts and give into these feelings. But this is my advice. It's something that you can try to practice. I feel like this really needs practice. That's a good word. Good job. But try to give it practice, and you will realize that it's just so much easier to use social media in that way. Know that you have the choice to put your phone down. You know that you have the choice to unfollow someone. You have the choice to go out and live your life and spend time with your friends, family, go for a hike, whatever you want to do. You don't have to be on there because it can really make you feel sluggish. It can make you feel, as I said 1,000 times before, bad about yourself. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I just want you guys to know that you guys have the power to say no. And last but not least, as I said in the beginning of the video, I just want to state that I don't think that social media is evil. Social media can be used in an amazing way. You can reach people who are living thousands of kilometers away from you. The connections that you can make is just incredible. And why I wanted to make this video is also partially because I had those moments where I wasn't mindful about what I was consuming and I wasn't really conscious. I was just consuming whatever popped up, and you don't really realize that all the information, even if it doesn't reach your level of consciousness, it will stay in your subconscious and it can come back in any other type of way. So that is why it's really important what you see, what you hear, and how and what you surround yourself with. I think that is all that I wanted to say for today. All the citations for the researches that I based the beginning of the video on, they are in the description box down below. Please don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Of course, it's not obligatory, but if you did, it really does help to support my channel. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram because there is a new mental health this or that coming every week. I'm also posting psychology content every Monday, and I do some lifestyle posts every now and then. So yeah, thank you so much for being here with me today. If you have any thoughts, please don't forget to comment them down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.